So apparently in the previous video, I did the purpose of their craziest stories and for some kind of ridiculous stories like anything around here as well, in multiple comic studios as well, for some kind of into the description like anyways to do this as well. But I just did for some kind of ridiculous stories of doom, ultra kill, and other kinds of stuff, even for them as well, for some sort of like that making you shock like anything around as well. Even that Apal turns on me and she tried to request to take down my video. That wouldn't be necessary as well if it's that even possible that I just never hearing this for now. So welcome back to Comic Studio, and today we're going to be checking out Yuki's Cake Factory Comic Studio. Even though Yuki's Cake Factory Comic Studio isn't going to be the thing as well, I show up some spoilers, and even the cookies like themselves look like probably chefs, but exactly that must be for some sort of like the Cookie Run characters, could be for around as Chef Onion Cookie, who has recently edited out for some kind of sidekick as well. Even though that's some kind of that pretty look a little bit good as well. Even the sprites like this would be necessary that you can't see on that mouth over here, and because her mouth was too small, probably it's not going to be for the re-editing progress like anything whatsoever for like this thing as well. Another one is the birthday cake cookie, who has edited here to become some sort of a sidekick chef. And another one is for some kind of like this, the bakery pizza cookie. The pizza cookie has just dressed like this as a bakery man or bakery woman over here. So someday this is actually for another volunteer as for this thing as well. And that means it was cookie dried. The cookie dried as well for probably that I just already seen this for him. And like anything as well for some kind of like this. The sugar gnomes like becoming like this thing as well, who is working on as well. And some kind of like this things as well, such as strawberry jam cookie and wizard cookie. The OC cookies like themselves could be as the pink pastry cookie and calico cookie. The pink pastry cookie could be for as even for this one as well. I wouldn't believe that we just didn't know about for this thing as well. But I knew something that I just seen this wouldn't be for much like I just pretty seen for this like this OC for some kind of sidekick. But another one was absolutely based on Hyperheim's cookie based on like this thing as well for some sort of like this. So the calico cookie would be like the Hyperheim's reference about the pose for some sort of like this as well for some kind of the Hyperheim's position like for some kind of this. Or even this, I'm probably going to be making sure. I'll be right back of this video. If I just didn't know about for this some kind of like this, it's based on Cookie Run characters like themselves, but I didn't know why that I just already seen this. The first thing that I just already seen this is I absolutely already looked up for the Google search like this thing as well for some kind of Google images like this. There were the based cookies like them for and become like even this thing as well. This should turn into something even interesting as well. And that is the owner of the factory Pink Pastry. And then this is actually for another one is the young pastry server Calico. For some sort of the best help worker is for like those as well. And the first timer for could be for this one. There are the workers. And then there are two of them. There are the happy helpers. And then there are always for like anything as well that something that does not have anything as well for some kind of like this for sidekick as well. And for some sort of submitted sprites, that concludes like the strawberry jams. There's Choco like the Nutella reference. The yo-yo apple like this, and the peanut butter. And there's a little bit more for such as breads and other kinds of stuff too, and a little bit even more for some sort of like this, and which is concludes the cakes and desserts like anything as well. You might gotta be making for some sort of flavors in real life, except for this, but nothing making like anything as well for some sort of sidekick as well. So a little bit for more and some toppings ripped off from Cookie Run Kingdom. And then there must be for some kind of, I really didn't know for what it is, that they just could be for around, I didn't find out as well. Sometimes I don't really think it's gotta be broken. So I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for some sort of like this. I'm gonna get fixed up as well, so I'll be fixing up for just a little bit for one thing as well. And guess, if you're gonna be pressing this will be completely glitched off as well. You better not try to do this like anyways as well. So the background images could be not the same as well. This will be the same sprites as Cookie Run Oven Break and Kingdom, whatever that I just actually found like anything as well. That must be the shores, and for some kind of a little bit amount of like those things as well. There is nothing anyway for around for those things as well. But nothing mysteriously like what is thinking there must be a hell of a like those things as well. Even a little bit more for such as more characters even itself. There are the workers, and here are the customers. For such as Ginger Brave, Strawberry Jam Cookie, the Wizard Cookie, the Custard Cookie the Third, the Beet Cookie, Carrot Cookie, Madeline and Espresso Cookie, Latte Cookie, Almond Cookie, Cream Puff Cookie, another one is the Cream Unicorn Cookie, and the Cocoa Cookie. I'm not very sure, that should be Cherry Blossom Cookie, like from her herself, but I cannot believe there must be more of them for good work, or good customers could be for around as for some kind of Malice Sauce Cookie, and Vampire Cookie, Candy Diver, Strawberry Crepe Cookie, Dark Choco Cookie, and even there must be for an OC Cookie right next to Financia Clotted Cream, and for some kind of like this is the Red Coral Cookie. I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for around here. This could be for Crimson Coral Cookie as well, because that must be Chocolate Mousse Cookie. I'm not sure, this is not going to be for a pilot like even what it was. Another OC Cookie that I just probably told for. It could be for pretending to be like Dr. Octopus. Wouldn't be even so far like anything as well. Even not for sure, there must be multiple 3 guests as Mystical Opal, and for other itself for the Golden Citrine and the Aqua Matea Cookie. The villains overall could be like anything as well. The Poison Mushroom, the Choco Rarehound Brute, the Pomegranate Cookie, Licorice Cookie. He wasn't welcome here as Red Velvet Cookie. Chess Choco too. The Chess Chocos wouldn't be for such as a little bit far as well for some kind of like this. And they're irresponsible like this as well, and that includes with Affogato, Matcha, Dark Enchantress Cookie, and for some kind of like this could be the Lobster Cookie as well. So that was the entire comic creator for some sort of like this thing as well. We cannot able to look around for this thing as well for the effects like this, and that should be able to be using for some sort of show up sprites or some kind of spoilers like even to do so. As you can see in the user comics, we have found multiple of them as well, but including around here for the updated Pink Pastry Cookie could be absolutely coming soon around here, but since like anything away we go, the final one isn't going to be for like this thing, whatever that wasn't going to be for one thing as well. And sometimes that the reposts have been for detected a little bit for one thing. This is the last one that we already seeing this for one reason, like not anything is going to be for one thing. So everything could be still outdated for a little bit long time, but I eventually that we're not going to be finding out what is actually going to be for finding out into the submitted sprites. If we looked around for the submitted sprites over here, I have already seen this once, and I didn't believe that isn't going to be for one page. So it has a bunch of them as well. I've already played that since then, since back in the cake shop, and this is going to be the logo as well that I just already seen this, and even for this one, of course. Even though there must be multiple imposters had just added into the studio, like whenever this is actually for some kind of a logo over here. So there must be the short thing couldn't be able to be coming around here, as I'm gonna be scrolling a little bit into the page 3, and then it still loads quite fully a little bit working, like anything that ever since we absolutely found here. Like we got more of them and a little bit more of them as well. So that must be for multiple of them as well. The process like this thing as well. This is the cat over here, and like anything as well for some sort of a little bit of kind of darkness over here. Sometimes that the pastry like this could be even this as well, so that she probably actually made it for one itself. I'm not sure she was pretended to be a founder of the bakery. So I definitely, this isn't going to be for, like this as well. And then the page 3 goes, the dark of the cookies like them, could be even them as well. The chocolate mousse, and even a little bit more for some sort of a little bit of this. And pretty much more of them as well. As we find ourselves, could be for a little bit for one thing. It's only the first one as well. So the calico cookie could be for one thing as well. I cannot believe I seen this and a little bit more, pretty more for much a little bit. And that's it for the entire user comics that I just already browsing for one thing as well. So thankfully before I might get to the end of this video out, so I just definitely added South Park characters. Even for some kind of crossovers, some backgrounds, like anything where it goes. And there must be for a little bit for multiple of them as well, for coming up next as well. I won't be able to be scrolling down to edit a little bit more for some kind of sidekick overall. And then we absolutely going to be for many things that I just turned to do this as well with this van. Nothing that she is going to be behind the wheel with the van over here for some kind of like the toppings overall, and the kitchen that must be for added for some kind of 2 chefs and 1 some kind of like those things as well. The 3 of them that were in for some kind of a luxurious house from The Incredibles 2, and this probably for like the kitchen was from Total Drama Island. And for some kind of like the Safeway store warehouse could be from South Park. And even the van could be from like this thing, whatever it does. Because this van could be the GMC Savannah. And I definitely knew what is absolutely that I just tried to do. That I just probably remember that van anyways. Since that I just already saw this from the internet videos. It was made by PAWB, J-Star, So Many Bendies, The Sparking Firekeeper, Your Local Weirdo, and Your Average Crepe Fan. And like anything for even possible that we just already found out for some kind of maintainers as well. But there must be Crepe Family over here for some kind of like anything related. We don't not able to go for another next as well for even though as well. And don't forget, the link is going to be in the description below, as you might be able to be checking down for the main website into the description also. Thanks for watching, for all your support. I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later, and I'll going to be see you in the next one. For some day that isn't going to be for one thing, as the final rating that we're going to be giving you for an 8 out of 10.